In a green and peaceful kingdom, there lived an honest and clever king. He was known for his strictness and fairness. His government ensured justice, and punishments were given promptly to anyone who committed wrongdoing. One day, someone stole wealth from a home in a village near the palace. The homeowners immediately complained to the king about the theft. The king sent his team to investigate and catch the thief. However, despite their efforts, the thief was not caught. Days later, another home in the village was robbed. Complaints started pouring in from different homes about thefts happening repeatedly. The king's team tried their best but kept failing to catch the thieves. This frustrated the king and made the villagers worried about their safety. One night, the king decided to take matters into his own hands. He changed his appearance and dressed like a poor villager. Quietly, he left the palace at night to patrol the village himself. As he wandered through the forest near the village, he saw two men acting suspiciously. He approached them cautiously. The men noticed him and asked, "Who are you, and what are you doing here so late at night?" The king, disguising his identity, replied, "I'm a poor man from this village. My family is hungry, and I came to the forest to look for food. Can you help me?" The men, unaware of the king's true identity, said, "We are from the Black Mountain and unfamiliar with this village. We are also facing hard times, and we managed to survive by stealing from others' homes." The king pretended to be surprised and said, "I'm desperate. Can I join you? I also need to provide for my family." One of the thieves hesitated and said, "We are a special team. We are well trained, and not everyone can join us." The first thief boasted, "My eyes are sharp. Once I see someone, I never forget their face." The second thief added, "I can understand the language of dogs. That helps us avoid getting caught." They then asked the king, "What special skill do you have that can help us?" The king, thinking quickly, replied, "If someone is sentenced to be hanged and I shake my beard, they will be safe from execution." The thieves were impressed and decided to admit him to their team. They asked him to prove his loyalty by helping them in their next robbery. The king suggested robbing the house of a wealthy man who worked in the palace. The thieves agreed and followed his lead. That night, they broke into the house and found bags of gold and money. They were overjoyed with their loot. As they left the house with the stolen goods, they noticed the night was ending and dawn was approaching. People were starting to leave their homes and heading to the mosque for prayers. The thieves became worried about getting caught. They decided to leave the stolen goods at the king's home for safekeeping. They planned to return the next night and divide the loot. The king, maintaining his disguise, agreed and gave them a fake address of home. He took the bags of stolen goods with him. The next morning, the king returned to the palace in his royal attire. He summoned his clever minister and gave him instructions. "Go to the area near the Black Mountain," the king said. "Bring me the two men I described to you." The minister followed the king's orders and captured the two thieves. He brought them to the palace court. The minister ordered that they be imprisoned and sentenced to death for their crimes. The execution was scheduled for the next day. On the day of the execution, the thieves were brought to the hanging yard. The king, standing nearby, asked them, "Do you recognize me?" One of the thieves, focusing on the king's face, immediately said, "Forget the story, just shake your beard." The king laughed at their cleverness and ordered the soldiers to stop the execution. The thieves were spared. The king then addressed the thieves, return all the stolen wealth and never steal again. Use your talents for good and recognize your potential. He added, "If anyone steals again, do not expect me to shake my beard to save you." The thieves promised to change their ways and thank the king for his mercy. The stolen wealth was returned to its rightful owners, and the village was peaceful once again. Moral of the story: true leadership lies in addressing problems wisely and guiding others toward the right path. If you want to learn English through moral English short stories, please subscribe to this channel and like the video. Thank you.